My whole life has changed since you came in. I knew back then you were that special one. You drowned me with your love. You're my undesigned. God bless me. God has blessed me, baby. You don't know what you done to me. Let me know who sings that song, and I'll give out a shout out in next week's review. Hold on for 1 second. Oh, shit. Child, I'm getting old, y'all. Don't you feel it when you bend down and you feel something in your spirit and you say, wait a minute, I don't quite know if I can get up from this. I don't quite know. Let me get a moment. Okay. Now, speaking of shouts out, let me get some shout outs to a lot of people from last week, child. Let's see. My girl Lady Nika. She says, come through Freddie Jackson. I was singing Freddie Jackson's You Are My Lady. I was also, let's see. Okay. Yes. My girl Shawnee Harrigan said, Freddie Jackson, I love that song. And she said, I sang Vesta. So thank you, love. Appreciate you. Shawnee be having the tea. Let's see. My girl D. Williams. Freddie Jackson, you are my lady. The one and only Donnie Ray. Freddie Jackson, you are my lady, darling. And Stephanie McNeil. Hey Steph, you are my lady, 1985 from the Rock Me Tonight album. Alright, Sean Thomas, Freddie Jackson. And I also was trying to remember a show that was on BET where like Ronrico Lee was in. He played on Sister Sister as Tia's boyfriend, Tyreek, I think. And I was just trying to remember, because he's also in the play, Two Can Play That Game, with Portia Williams and Tawanda Braxton and all that stuff. So I was trying to get, you know, some people that was in the play and get the name of the show that he was on. So I had it right, I believe. I said Let's Stay Together. And let's see. Yeah, my girl Holly D. Jones. Hey Holly. I believe she had a birthday recently. Happy birthday, love. She said it was Let's Stay Together. She was like, yeah, you had it. Yeah, Tia's boyfriend. And what else? It was somebody else. I won't leave anybody. Yeah, Stephanie McNeil. She said, yeah, Let's Stay Together on BT. So I had it right. Also, one of my subscribers had some tea on Sheree. Let me just go ahead and spill that. She said that the tea on Tyrone, you know, Sheree's man, she's calling from the penitentiary. The tea on Tyrone is that he has 3 other regular wives coming to see him in prison. He has them all trained to wear wifey shirts. And it's a disgrace, child. I say, ooh, allegedly. This is all alleged. So don't be coming after me with nothing, because I ain't got no damn money for you. I ain't gonna have no money till tax time. But yeah, it's all allegedly. That allegedly Tyrone has 3 other regular wives and things. Child. My girl be knowing the tea though. So I believe it. For real. Okay, now going on with this review. Child, I got a lot to talk about. So just stick with me. Hold on for 1 second. Okay. So it started off with Portia Williams, of course. What is Portia doing? Portia's, you know, she's on this whole vegan lifestyle. She's trying to be a vegan, and you know, good for her. I have a friend who's trying to become a vegan. I'll get there maybe one day. No, I won't. But you know, it's nice to say, right? Shouts out to all my vegans out there. Anybody out there vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, pioneer, equilibrian, and you know, all the other words. Y'all tell me, talk in the comments. Let's talk about different recipes and stuff, because I really do want to incorporate healthier meal options into my program, into my eating regimen schedule moment. and I've been doing quite well. But I slip up a lot of times, to be honest. Child, I be hungry. Hell, I was raised, look, you eat what you got. Whatever my mom and my aunties, my cousins, them cooked, my grandma and them, whatever they cooked, that's what I ate. Because you ain't have no other choice. So, now I got a little bit of choices. Not that much because of bills and stuff, and groceries keep going up high. But, I kind of got a little bit more choice, Well, I definitely have more choice to eat what I want to eat and eat how I want to eat. But I just need, help with, meal prepping. And it's just all kind of stuff, different recipes, stuff that's still flavorful. It's vegan or vegetarian, but it's still flavorful and it's good. It's not, dirt. Let's talk in the comments. Y'all help me out with that. Anyway, Portia, she invited this beautiful chef over to help her do some vegan meals. Apparently she wanted to cook for herself and the girls, but they didn't show that. And also another thing they did not show is, y'all remember Candy was supposed to have a meeting with Kim, but they cut that out. Now, is Bravo trying to scam us? Because I remember the first time they did that, where they showed Ricky Smiley licking all in Portia's mouth. Oh, Father God. I mean, I'm glad they didn't show it, in case people were eating. But they didn't. They were supposed to show it for. That's what I get for picking on people, right? See how quick karma gets you. But anyway, it seems like they're just doing that to pull the ratings in, because they did that the first time when Ricky was supposed to be kissing Portia on whatever episode and he didn't do it. They didn't even have a scene together, and they did it again this week when Candy and Kim was supposed to get into it, and they was having a conversation, a private conversation, but they didn't show it. So I don't know what Bravo is doing right now, but they really need to get it together and stop teasing the people for ratings. This messed up. Maybe they cut the scene. Maybe it got too violent. I don't. Maybe Candy threw a vibrator at her. Who knows? But anyway, speaking of Kim, Portia invites Kimberly over because that's pretty much the only friend that she got. Don't nobody really fool with Portia on this cast, and don't nobody really fool with Kim like that on this cast, minus Sheree. So they come together. Why not? I wonder if Portia and Phaedra, if they would have came together on all that mess that was going on with them, that they started with Candy, I wonder if Phaedra would still be on the show. Do y'all miss Phaedra being on the show? How about that? I mean, I don't too much care either way. But obviously she had to be punished for what she did because it was wrong. But, I mean, at the same time, don't all these heifers do stuff to each other? So it's like, hey. Anyway, they come over and talk, and they talk about how mean Kenya was to Cynthia and Shamia, but how mean she was to Shamia, how dismissive she was. They said Portia was just like, yeah, Cynthia went out to go check on Kenya, and Kenya was very don't talk to me, yada to the yada. And Kim, she was just like, so Cynthia curled her tail, was just like, oh yeah, Kenya just got gas, or Kenya, she was just going through something, yada to the yada. Basically making fun of Cynthia, that she always makes excuses for Kenya, which that wouldn't be too far-fetched from the truth. But I'm just saying. But they was going back and forth, and Portia was just like, I don't know why Kenya so. She's playing nice and stuff, but the old Kenya came out. She's really, was stressed and stuff. And Kim was just like, yeah, it must be hard really trying to keep up this whole husband facade like she really got a husband. And, I'm just like, I really wish Kenya's man make an appearance on the show at least one time, just to shut these people up, because it's really damn near irritating at this point. At least come in, say hey, and pooch back on out. But then again, if he don't want to do it, she can't make that grown man do nothing. So I mean, hey, it really is what it is with that whole situation. And of course, RHOA was outside of Portia's house waiting. Why is RHOA always around? Oh, I'm telling you, it's It's looking like some real KKK action with Kim and Croy. I'm just saying. Allegedly, I'm just saying. It's just something in my spirit is not right about Croy. I don't know what it is, child. It's just... Why did she come back? Anyway, so yeah, moving on from that. Oh, Kenya had a scene with her cousin Shay, who we ain't seen in forever. We haven't seen Shay's mother either, which is Auntie Cisco, as famously known around the YouTubers. We ain't seen her, so we don't know what's going on with Aunt Lori. That's her name, which is Shay's mother. All on the mama side, all on the crazy side of Kenya's family. Well, I don't know, her daddy's pretty lit too. But anyway, they're shopping. Kenya's trying to buy her man weights. She's trying to do everything she can to, I guess, to make him happy and to make him move down to Atlanta with her. But he's a New Yorker. He's been in New York for the majority of his life, I'm assuming. And so he really don't want to move down to Atlanta. You know? But she wants to start a family soon, yada to the yada. She was just like, you know what, I just don't have time for the pettiness and all this other mess. And it's just like, well, Kenya, you've been petty and doing stunts and shows since you got on here. But now since you married, you a brand new fool. Now since you married, you know, you a changed woman. And I get it, anybody would change from marriage. Especially when you skip the whole girlfriend-boyfriend part and just go straight to marriage. But I get it. But Kenya, don't think that you're above anything because you're married this season, sis. But I truly do think that I truly hope. Let me rephrase that. I truly do hope that this whole thing works out with Kenya, because she's going to be a mess if this does not work out with this guy that she with. She is really gonna flip, and you know, I don't want that for her or anybody. Just in life in general, not just on TV, because I don't know these heifers, but I'm just saying. But I mean, my God, I just pray. I just don't know. Candy, Ace, Lil Ace, Don Juan, Karma. They all meet up, and Candy is putting together this whole Essence party, and she, you know, wants to invite all the girls. You know, she's very proud of her Essence magazine shoot. She said, you know, she's proud of the fact that she, you know, was on the Essence magazine, and you know, yada to yada, which is great. Beautiful, beautiful. They asked about Portia, Candy Coated Nights crew. They asked about Portia. She was just like, well, I'm not gonna invite her. Now it's just like, I don't want to invite her either. But it was just like, well, she's going to think that y'all are cool if you give her an invitation. She was just like, no, Candy was like, no, I just want to come, and I just want her to come so she can see my glow up. So she can see that, you know, that I'm stunting on her or whatever. Candy, you came in this thing being, I think, the most successful housewife and the one with the most money and all that stuff. And I think you're still that. So, who are you stunting on, sis? You know, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, congratulations to you. We all are, you know, proud of you and happy for you. But if you don't really like somebody, why would you invite them? Why would you want to be around them? But sometimes I forget this is just TV, and they're contractually obligated to be around each other at times. They kill me with like, oh, I'm gonna invite you to this trip, or this lady comes up with this trip, or these two ladies come up with this trip, and they invite other ladies, and it's just like, all y'all heifers gonna go because y'all have to. Like, stop, y'all ain't paid for nothing. But anyway, so it's just in real life, I was just like, there's no point in spending your time around somebody you don't really like, or that you're still mad at, because obviously she's still feeling some kind of way about Portia. And you know, we all know Candy holding on to 25-year beefs. Ask the Scott sisters. Every man was a woman. Queen's Court, darling. Every man. Hallelujah. Okay. So, what else is going on, child? We have Candy. Candy meets up with, Not Candy. Cynthia, child. Cynthia, she up there she up there cooking sushi for that man, Will. She had finally invited Will over to the house, Lake Bailey, with all them windows, and she's just there by herself. I just don't understand the point in all that land, all that house, and it's just you. Noelle off on road trips by herself. And you know, I just don't understand. I would be nervous. All them windows, all them trees. You don't know who in there looking at you, lady. But maybe she that kind of freak. I don't know. I ain't never met her. But anyway, so Will comes over, you know, all shiny and new. She made it seem like she was making sushi rolls, but of course that was a flop. You know, she turns into Gumby when he comes around. So she had already prepared. She had already ordered some sushi rolls because she knew she couldn't cook, which was very smart of her. So they go outside and talk on the deck. Cynthia was just like, you know what? I know I ain't been knowing you long, but I feel real comfortable around you. I just really like you. No matter what Nene say, no matter what anything say. And I'm just like, Cynthia, have you ever had friends before? Like, you sure do reveal all your friends' tea. Like, when you have a man, you don't reveal every single thing that you and your friends have talked about. You know, when in regards to him, you don't tell him that. Like, you don't do that. What's between sisters is sisters. What's between brothers is between brothers. You keep that thing in the family. You don't be going out telling people what you done. No. But like I said, she turns into Gumby. She's a hopeless romantic, you know. I kind of probably got that in me too. I just haven't had the practice like that. But, you know, who knows? Who knows what life has in store, darling. Anyway, so they're going back and forth. And she was just like, you know what? I got a dating site. I'm on a dating site. I'm like, Cynthia, once again, why would you tell him that? That ain't that man business. All the women allegedly he's sleeping with behind your back. That's what they say. So, she was just like, yeah. He was just like, look, you know, he knows the right things to say. He's done this many times before in his life. He was just like, you know what? I want to be the only one that you with. Let me get this hair together. Y'all know when you're natural, that thing snap back however it want to. But, he was just like, you know what? I want to be the only man that you're dealing with, the only man that you're concerned with. So you call me back, you know, when you're serious about some things. And of course, that just made her even more wet. So, Eva Pickford, Eva Marcel, Eva whatever man that she's with at the time. We meet Eva. I've been knowing Eva, not personally. But, you know, been knowing Eva since Top Model. I was a huge fan of Top Model. But I stopped watching Top Model after like season 10. It started to get too ignorant for me. And I was just like, yeah, there's too many seasons. I'm tired and through. I have started watching back the new Top Model, though. That's on VH1, and I like it. Nothing would beat old times, though. See, Eva, she won season 3 of America's Next Top Model. Since then, she's done, you know, a few blockbuster movies. I'm sorry, DVD movies. She's done a couple of DVD movies. I believe she did like 1 or 2 movies on TV1. I think she did a movie on BET. She's been on Scare Famous on VH1 with New York and Safari and Miss Nikki Baby and Young Jock and a few others. So, you know, she's just been scouring around, you know, trying to get her coins up. She has a baby, a daughter, a pretty little girl by that crazy Kevin McCall. Very beautiful, handsome black man, but crazy as cat shit, they say. But he crazy. That's what they say. And, you know, so she's just been dipping and doing her thing. They say, allegedly, that she got with this man that she's with, this mayor, named Michael Sterling, you know, just so she can secure that bag. And, you know, she ain't even saying Atlanta, but she wanted to be a part of the show. And she's definitely making her mark, I'll say that. But, you know, at least people are somewhat familiar with Eva. I have a little story about Eva. Her and I never had a conversation, but I did I was very close to Eva at one point. I was at a club one time, me and my friends, a few years back, and Eva was there, you know, making an appearance or whatever. And she's very beautiful up close. Eva's a very beautiful woman, but she sat there on this couch on the stage, and they was having like a singing competition, and I was very nervous because I was in a straight club and everything, and you know, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it, but I was just like, what the heck. So a few other people went before me, and then I finally got up there and I did Mary J. Blige, I'm Going Down. First of all, they let me sing for only a few seconds and they cut me off. Not because I was bad, but because, you know, of who I am, and wasn't the kind of club where I necessarily felt welcome, but my friends, my female friends and all of them, they wanted to go there. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So I went there, and so, you know, it was just shade from the beginning. This girl ended up winning, who had a cute voice, you know, for ying around the house. But, you know, we all know how that goes. I mean, look at how the awards and the Grammys and all this is set up these days. I might talk about the Grammys, too, in this review if I have enough time. But anyway, so, you know, the whole time up there, you know, I was waving at her, you know, I was on stage with her, you know, because I was a fan of her, and she saw me waving at her, but she didn't say anything. She just turned her head. I noticed, I looked back at her when I was singing, because the couches that her and her crew was sitting on was behind the people that were singing in the competition. So I looked back at her, and a lot of times when I was singing, and, you know, she had her head down the whole time, and so. And then they tried to make us pay $18 if you want to take a picture with her. I was like, tired and through. Child, please. I was done. So, you know, I just wanted to share that little story with about Eva that I've had. She's not the sweetest peach in Georgia. I'll just say that. Maybe she was having a bad day. Maybe she had corns and stuff and was rubbing up against her feet. I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, so yeah, Eva, she's fishing for husbands and bags and friends, obviously, because she, you know, meet up with Nene, and, you know, Eva's a fun girl, and, you know, the initiation process, whatever. She's definitely made her mark. Now let's just get straight into Portia's Essence event. And so who arrived first? Actually, Shamia and Portia was there pretty early. Don Juan and Karma was meeting everybody at the door. And, you know, it was just kind of, you know, shade at the beginning. Don Juan and Carmen, they both hugged Shamia. They gave Portia the cold shoulder already. The shade was starting. Who also ended up coming? Cynthia came next with Will. It was just like, oh, well, you know, Will don't mind being in front of the camera. It's King's man that we got to get comfortable in front of that camera. So they came in. They were talking, you know, having moments. Kenya came with flowers. Candy finally came in the tightest dress I've ever seen. Many people was there. Latavia Robeson from Destiny's Child was there. Latasha Scott, one of the Scott sisters, was there from, you know, the group Escape that Candy was in, obviously. Who else was there? It was a couple of, you know, people that they was highlighting. I was just like, okay, you know, Candy, she knows a lot of people, so, you know, it's kind of good to have Candy on your side when it comes to that, you know, instance. But so they all showed up. You know, Portia was kind of sitting off to her side. Shamia made Portia get up and stand up. She's like, stand up and be a woman. Say what you got to say. And Portia came over. She was just like, thank you so much for inviting me. She was very nice to Candy. And one thing I can say, though, is that Portia has not been throwing that much shade at Candy in her confessionals like Candy been throwing at her. So it does kind of seem like Candy is the one with the issue now. I understand when somebody hurts you, you know, you can't put a time limit on how hurt you're going to be. But it's just like, sis, come on now. You're not that mean of a person. Come on now. Come on. But, you know, told you, 25-year beefs. Every man. But so what else happened? So, you know, Portia tried to hug Candy. She barely hugged her. She was just like, oh, I'm just setting boundaries. I'm just like, why did you invite her? Why? Lord. Child Marlo showed up with Peter Thomas. I'm just like, this is so weird. Why is Peter there? Bravo's so messy. Or Marlo's messy. One. Well, we know she's messy. She's funny, but she's messy. I'm just like, what is Peter doing there? And knowing that Cynthia's there with her new date, I'm just like, they was trying to create a moment. But Peter didn't even say over 2 words to Cynthia. I hollered, and he looked good too in his shiny suit, looking like a Christmas present. I was like, look at oh shiny black Peter. He was looking good now. He was just like, child, I ain't going over there. She over there talking to that vanilla brother, and I ain't got time. I was like, Lord. So meanwhile, on the car ride over there, we got Eva and Nene. They arrived together. Now Eva ended up spilling some tea to Nene, saying that you know, I know of Cynthia's man. I know Will. You know, him and this guy, him and my husband or fiance, whatever. Her fiance work. He's trying to be the mayor of Atlanta. Eva's fiance. And they met Will once, and he had a beautiful woman on his arm, and he introduced her as his girlfriend. I don't know if she's a paid girlfriend or what. Even though Will is a very handsome man, that still don't mean nothing. Scammers come in all different shapes, sizes, colors, from cute to through to I to terrible, whatever, to smooth to bumpy to gritty. So you know, who knows? He was just like, I don't know, you know, what's going on, and who knows? So, you know, that put a bug in Nene's ear. So, you know, they all get there talking to Candy. Candy's throwing shade. She's up there crying. Candy will be playing Mama Morton in Chicago on Broadway. She's already on Broadway. So congrats to Candy for that. Don Juan said that, and you know, Candy got up there and started getting emotional. I just want to thank y'all. Y'all just don't know how y'all ain't to hear. Okay, so Todd got up there, you know. It was just one of those love songs that you hear in the middle of the night, child. So, little old escape cut, darling. So they were talking and having moments, and then we have a scene where it was Nene, Kenya, Eva, Candy, Karma, and Marlo. They all sitting around talking. Now this is when Marlo, it wasn't Marlo, it was Eva or Nene. One of them spilled the tea to the girls around that Will was a scammer. Will has a girlfriend. Will allegedly has a harem of women. Will is doing this. Will is doing that. I was like, oh Lord. Now early in the episode, Will had told Cynthia that he had only been in a relationship. His last relationship was 2.5 years ago. But according to Eva Pigford, Eva Marcel, Eva whatever man she's with at the time, said that, you know, she said that he was in a relationship 7 months ago with a girl. So, Kenya, you know, being in the circle, she goes out there to pull Cynthia to the side. Nene, you know, she's real possessive over her friends. Nene followed behind Kenya. She was just like, no, Kenya might get this story wrong. So, Nene went out there, but she didn't do nothing. Kenya had already told her. Cynthia was just like, oh my gosh, like, what is going on? So then we have Kenya, Cynthia, and Will. Kenya pulls Will off to the side, tries to talk to him. Was like, look, Eva said, whoop to whoop, that you had a man, she know of you, yada to yada. Will went directly to the source, which was Eva, and allegedly they say Eva do roots. And she said earlier in the episode that she don't take pills or nothing. You know, she got all kind of remedies for headaches, ginger and garlic and chicken foot and old women's hair and toenails and all kinds of stuff. That's what they say. Allegedly, she working them roots, child. Let me not say too much about Eva, child. I'm sorry, but I'm just playing. So anyway, Eva was just like, oh my gosh, this is so messy. Will was just like, did you tell her that I had a girlfriend? She was just like, look, first of all, I don't know you. He was like, so how do you know what's been going on with me for the 7 months? She was just like, I don't. We met one time. We met once. But look at you, Eva, starting all this mess already. And you met that man months ago. And so she was just like, you know, first of all, you said that you know me and my husband. You don't know me and my husband. You don't even know your husband. Let me stop. Let me get to the story. So, she was, I'm sorry, y'all. It's just when I meet people, when I meet celebrities or whatever, if they have like, for whatever reason, for that date, if they have like a bad aura or nasty attitude or whatever, it just turns me off from them. Tied and through. Like I'm gonna try to be as fair as possible though, as I've always been, because I'm a professional. So anyway, you know, they was just going back and forth. Will was getting upset. Here come Big Nene. And the rest of them talking about, he was like, I'm getting upset. And it was like, you shouldn't be getting mad at a woman like that. And, you know, Eva's eyes got a little big. You know, she was a little concerned. Because even I've seen that look in a man's eyes before. Because, you know, they say Kevin McCall. That, you know, I mean, we know their history. I'm not going to, you know, speak too much on it. But that's what they say. You know, real quick time or something. I don't know. But, so they was just like, you know, Will was trying to calm down. You know, Greg was out there for nothing. Greg should have been somewhere in the bed. And Eva's husband was nowhere in sight, of course. So Portia ended up coming out there. Sheree and Kim. It was just going back and forth. Cynthia wasn't saying nothing. Sheree was just like, Cynthia's barefooted. Eva looked stressed. I don't know what's going on. The real party out here. Sheree was upset because she didn't get the information, you know. She didn't get that bug to go and tell whatever. Because that's her job, as the bone collector. That's how she's keeping up Chateau Sheree. So, they come outside and Will talks to Kim. She was just like, look, he was like, look, I'm gonna let the ladies tell you what's going on. Cynthia was just like, it's just a lot that's going on. They're saying that Will apparently has a girlfriend, and Cynthia was just like, well, I don't want to date you if you have a girlfriend and all this. Well, I'm just like, well, Cynthia, you stupidly told him that you was on a dating site, so how he know you ain't got no man? You ask the questions. You get the information from him. Okay, you get his information. He don't get yours. Shh! Don't tell nobody, girl. Father God. So Cynthia sitting there, and Portia was just like, well, girl, I got something to tell you too about Will. Cynthia starts to cry, and then it shuts off. I was just like, Father God, it's getting good. Housewives is finally looking up. It's finally getting good. I do want to thank Eva, because I'm sure she's going to come on here and stir things up. She kind of reminds me of Kenya, very calculated. You know, very calculated type of person. I don't know if she's very genuine. Well, I guess we'll see. But she's very calculated. And, you know, she'll do what she got to do to get to the top. Some people ain't got nothing to lose, child, I guess. Very beautiful, though, she is. And I love her braids. I really do. I'm trying to get something like that. I guess I'll just briefly talk about the Grammys. I watched parts of the Grammys. I don't know what the hell Cardi B was doing up there. Cardi B needs to work on her stage presence for sure. But I do like the song, Finesse, even though I have my own personal controversial issues with it. Not with them personally, but just with the whole message that is very clearly in our face. Which is, you know, Stephanie Mills said it best. They want R&B music, but they don't want it from us, meaning black people. You know, they want R&B soul, they want retro soul, they want neo soul, they want all that. But these days they'll take it from white artists, and when it's black artists that's been doing it for years, and they get no praise, no recognition, no support, no anything. Bruno Mars won best R&B. song or album or whatever for his album, which is a great album, mind you. But it's a great album because it's inspired by 80s and 90s R&B groups, and solo artists, so songs. Very Teddy Riley. So I mean, it's just a issue. Let's just support everybody out here in these streets these days. Don't just support certain people. But it's just so hard for other artists, you know, especially black artists. Legacy has been getting robbed. Shouts out to Terrence Harris for bringing this up. The Legacy has been getting robbed from the Grammys. So many amazing artists. Did Solange even get a nominee for a Grammy? Like, it's just same old people. They just give it to, and it's just like, wow. Like, it just kind of reminded me, Miley Cyrus is back doing country now. But the hip-hop culture, black culture, some of us let her in, you know, to say that she's ratchet. Now she's up here twerking, got all these black girls and little people up here twerking their big asses all around the stage and everything. She was hip-hop. She was Miley. She was with it. You know, we're so quick to let everybody in, but nobody wants to let us in into their stuff. When black people cross over to be a pop artist, they are a sellout. Look at how bad they treated Whitney Houston. Of her second, third album, when she was doing I Want to Dance with Somebody and stuff, she was considered a sellout for going over to the pop world. But they're not considered a sellout when they come over to our world. Does that make any sense? Miley's back doing country, like I said. I thought she was a trap queen. She was supposed to be a trap queen from when she started with We Can't Stop, Won't Stop to her final days on this earth. But no, she switched right on back to country. You see that? She got what she had to do. She used the black folks. She did what she had to do, and then now she's back over here. You see what I'm saying? It's just a problem. It's just a problem, and it's just irritating. I genuinely want everybody to win, but it just needs to be fair and equal in all parts. And don't support this artist, but don't support this artist when this artist somewhat took from this artist to make their sound. Now they're blowing up, but this artist is still struggling. You see what I'm saying? Hope I'm making any sense. I just had to throw that in there really quick before I lay my head down like Lloyd. And with that said, yeah. Oh, the best parts of the Grammys was Childish Gambino. I loved his performance, and Rihanna. Rihanna was so stank. Rihanna was up there. She was like that auntie at the cookout. Rihanna was giving me life. She did Wild Thoughts with DJ Khaled. Tied and through. This whole nother story, but it ties all in. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalake. Mr. Chalake, Google Plus. Follow me at ItsKingsWorld, Instagram and Twitter. At ItsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King was here on Facebook and all that good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for the support. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep sticking with me. I'm doing the best that I can with what I got, child. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Bye.